Hello there, I'm Nagaraj Annaiah, your trusted realtor in the Bay Area. Here are the top headlines of the week. Bay Area homes are becoming less affordable as interest rates rise. SB9, the new housing policy that allows us splitting a large lots, is sparking a backlash in anti-growth communities. Napa, Sonoma, Marin, Solano and Chum, burdening tenants and landlords. Santa Clara County leaders approved 75.5 million to build six new affordable housing projects. Marin County encourages developers to apply for affordable housing funds. California home in Bay Area Tech Enclave lists for 110 million. All white bathrooms for the new trend for 2022. California homes could be overvalued by 9%. And big story for this week: how to successfully buy a home in the Bay Area despite the increasing competition. Besides, I will also look at the latest reality trends in 5 happening counties of the Bay Area. If you have any property related query, I would love to hear your comments. And if you're planning to buy or sell a home in the Bay Area, call me now. How to successfully buy a home in the Bay Area? Did you know that 66% Americans fail to buy a home due to the odd property market in the Bay Area? Thanks to record low inventory, sky-high prices, and low mortgage rates. 2021 taught quite a few lessons for those who could not buy a home. However, here are 5 tips to overcome the common barriers and increase your chances of buying a home in 2022. Be competitive. When you want to close a deal, you have to use everything at your command to go under contract. Besides making competitive offers, make the transaction as smooth and convenient as possible for the seller by offering a mortgage pre-approval, pushing for a speedy closure, and buying the home in its current condition without asking for any changes. Importantly, hire a local realtor like me to ensure that your offer is more likely to be seen and considered by the seller. In an odd market, it has to be choosy. The more you delay, the higher will be the price of the house for days to go. Be flexible and buy the house, even if it's less than perfect. The money saved in making a quick purchase will more than make up for the shortcomings. One rule of thumb is to compile a checklist of the things you are happy to compromise with, such as the additional car garage or finished basement. Buy now. If you think the prices will come down this year and continue to play the waiting game, you will never be able to close any deal. With low inventory, the prices are only going to go up. So buy now if you have the money. You will thank me later. Be prudent. Always remember to keep 20% extra while buying a home. Trying to borrow more than you can pay could land you in a financial trouble. Therefore, conduct a proper home affordability study before you enter the market, because going will not be easy. You need to have extra cash to close the deal. Borrow intelligently. Explore every option available to you before deciding to buy a home. Did you know that you can pay 3 to 5% down payment if you go through a realtor like me? I've closed more than 5 properties for less than 5% of the down payment. Besides, I've completed a couple of transactions for people with a credit score of less than 700. Thanks to my relationship with a few lenders. During such property shopping scenarios, a realtor with a mortgage knowledge always comes in handy, and that's how I make personally a difference in all my transactions. California homes could be 9% overvalued according to Fitch ratings. In the odd property market, most properties tend to be overvalued if we compare the housing demand, available jobs, and the salaries. When California home prices went up 21% last year, the median price of a single family home also zoomed from $674K to $809K. California is not the only state in the US with unsustainable rates. US prices were up 19.7% in 2021 with 10.6% overvaluation. According to Fitch, the prices will cool off this year and US prices may only rise up to 7% in 2022 compared to 16.5% last year. That's a good news for home buyers. So buy now before the prices inch up again. The mortgage rate is still climbing every week. Every day in the last week, the average 30-year fixed rate is still at its highest level in more than 2 years. However, the mortgage delinquencies have fallen below the March 2020 level of 3.6%, indicating the country's rising income graph. But foreclosure rates have remained historically low due to high equity of borrowers thanks to chart-busting home prices in the last 1 year. Mortgage applications went up 12% 2 weeks ago but came down 10% last week. The refinance index also fell 7% from the previous week and was 52% lower than the same week in 2020. This trend has prompted many renters to buy homes as the average monthly rents have gone up 14% in December 2021 and touching $1,877. Home ownership is the best combat inflation and create a wealth, but higher rents are preventing buyers from saving up to purchase a home. The median price of a single family home in the Marin County Bay Area hit $1.2 million in December, up 13% from 2021. Here is where realtors like me have one advantage that the layperson does not. We have access to MLS listings that give a bird's eye view of the realty scene in all the 9 happening counties of the Bay Area. MLS data highlights the new, pending and sold listings from 2020 to 2022, so you can get an idea of the realty market's highs and lows. Let's start with the Santa Clara, the market leader in the real estate in the Bay Area. With over 1,300 active listings, 531 new and 318 pending, and 180 of the properties on the market were sold last week, which is 20% more than last week. San Mateo is the next with only half the active listings as Santa Clara, and yet is still the second best county in Bay Area with 738 active listings, 227 new, 130 pending and 67 properties sold, which is the same as the last week. Monterey figures next with 490 active listings, 100 new, 35 pending and 68 sold, which is 15% more than last week. Santa Cruz takes the 4th spot among the 5 counties of the Bay Area that I'm covering this week. Out of the 305 active listings, 72 were new, 22 were pending and 21 were sold, which surprisingly less than half from last week. San Benito County is last at 110 active listings, 27 were new, 9 were pending and 9 properties were sold, which is 40% than last week. If you look at the San Mateo, the second most happening county in the Bay Area for single family homes, you'll get a closer look at what's happening on the ground. In San Mateo, the average days on market came down from 27 days in February 2021 to 24 days in January 2022, which is a 10% decrease. The sale to list price is little over 110%. The months of inventory has come down from 2.6 in May 2020 to 1.1 in January 2022. The number of single family homes for sale were 246 while 220 houses were sold. The demand supply gap has surprisingly came down in January compared to December last year, where 390 houses were sold while only 205 were put up for a sale. What is different are the high prices of $2.61 million that a county managed in January, which are slightly less than what it did in December 2021 at $2.616 million. Agreed that it's been always tough to buy a home in the Bay Area, but there are ways to stymie the competition. Did you know that you can buy a home with just 5% down payment or buy a house with a low credit score? These are the tips that only a local realtor like me can offer you. So what are you waiting for? Call me to iron out all the wrinkles in the process of buying and selling homes in the Bay Area. See you soon in the next episode. Until then, stay safe and mask up.